going, guys? Welcome in. I'm Carl. Today we're working on the old Fiesta. So if you've got a Fiesta like this, Mark 5, Mark 6, Mark 7, and your gears are crunching into third and really stiff to get into second and etc, and they're a real pain, this is the video for you. We're going to go underneath there. I'll take you under, I'll show you what's going on, and let's get your gears silky smooth, one finger jobbies, just in nice and gently, clutch down, make it really nice to drive like it was brand new again. So let's get started. So first of all, you want to get jacked up underneath, either on the chassis rail or on the sill, on the little cutout, just there. And then what we do is I put an axle stand underneath, just on the back of the subframe there, and it makes everything safe for you to go underneath. So I'll put a light up here. You're looking for this little box on the passenger side, and if you look on the edges, you'll see these little clips. Pull these clips off all the way around. There's a few on the bottom, and there's also a few up the top. They're very easy to pull off. And down comes this front case. Oh, can see our problem already. Straight away. Now that can be this bushing down the bottom here. This one can go in here, this little ball joint. If that's the case on your one, then you can push this in, disconnect this rod, and you can actually buy this piece in one piece. And away you go. Fit that by turning these here. You turn this round to that till the little orange bits pop out, and then you can pop that cable out and put a new one in, and then you turn it again to lock it back into position. But in our case, as you can see, this one's flopping about all over the place. It's meant to be a rubber bushing in here and then a clip on the end to keep everything nice and tight. Well, we've got no bushings, no clips, no nothing. So that ain't a lot of good, is it? So I've got a replacement bush in my pocket here, so I'll just grab it, which is this. You can get these on Amazon, eBay, all them sort of places, and basically it goes inside here and then pushes over the top of this like so, and then we'll put a clip on the end. So I'll get this fitted into here, show you what's what, and then we'll have a look at some clips and see what we can make fit onto the other end of it. So what we're going to do is we've slid the bush onto the shaft like so, back as far as it goes. There's a little stop behind it, can't go any further. We're then going to put the selector over the top, try and get it centered as much as possible. Obviously I'll do it with two hands off camera in a minute. Pair of grips like so, one behind the plate like that, one in front of the plate, and then basically we'll squeeze it until it goes on. So basically you just squeezing these together and pushing the bush into this selector. So we'll do that and we'll come back and have a look. Okay, so this is what it will look like once you've pressed it through. All you do is put the grips on the one end, push that through till that side come through, put the grips on the top, and do the same on that side until you get this whole outer ring basically inside this selector. That acts as a bush. It's actually like a nylon type material, not an actual rubber like the one that comes out, but it's nice and stiff and should make the gears all nice and selective and going in nice and smooth. So next we're going to find a little clip or something like that to go on the end. I'm probably going to use an E-clip, so I'll grab a couple of them and we'll see what we can make fit on the end there. Okay, so we've got a clip on, as you can see. There's no way that can come off whatsoever now, so I'll show you what that was. This is a really big version of what I've put on there, just so you can see. Called E-clips. And basically it just stops anything from sliding off when you're changing gear. There's no way it's coming off the edges anymore, and it should do a nice job. So like I said, next is to just make sure your ball joint on the bottom here is good. Make sure it's all nice and tight. In my case it's all looking good. This is all good. The new bushing's all nice and tight. There's no way that's moving anywhere. We're looking good. And sometimes that can be worth spraying just a little bit of grease onto the joints just to get moving, which I will do, I think, off camera in a minute. And then we just put our casing back on and away we go. It's not too bad a job at all. Some people make these little bushes up, just cut them out of, you know, bits of rubber laying around and stuff like that, or buy some rubbers for, you know, other jobs and make them fit. But to be fair, they're only a few pounds. I think it was like $8.95 all in, delivered, so not too bad. And you can do the job really quickly, as you can see. Okay, so let's get a bit of spray grease on some of these joints, shall we? Anywhere that moves, if you can get to them areas. That's worth putting a bit of grease on. And then we'll obviously get back up into the car. We'll work the gears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reverse, and just keep going through them a few times, work the grease in a little bit, and we're all good. Next thing to do is put your cover back on, because this is what stops all your road grime and stuff, and water and dirt, etc., going into your casings. Hard to do with one hand. Can't see where I was lining up, but I think you get the idea. Just knock it all around the edge, just make sure it's all on properly, and basically you get left with that. We'll give that a little wipe down. We'll take it off the jacks and stuff, and that's that job done. Yeah, and that's the job done and dusted. So hopefully that helped you out. Not a bad job to do. Just get under there, make sure you're safe with the old axle stand and stuff, and get in there and get the bush out. A lot of the time, where that plastic white bit was, where the bushing should be sitting, if you just get in there with a little blade, if it won't come out, if it's all split, but it won't, you know, push out, or push out with a screwdriver, something like that, and that'll basically come out. The other one's fairly easy to put back in, just with a pair of grips, as I'll show you. Put the E-clip on, and away you go. So thanks very much for watching. Hopefully I've saved you some money, because obviously you'll be paying an hour or so's labour in a garage, and then more than likely they would fit you a whole new gear linkage cable instead of just putting a new bushing in. Did actually phone up Ford when I first started to do this, and they wanted £280 plus VAT for a gear linkage cable all the way through. So you'd have to go through the bulkhead into the cockpit, underneath all the gear linkages, take the centre console out, connect that all up. Yeah, all a nightmare just for a bush that needs to be replaced on the end. But they won't sell you one of them. You'll have to get one of them off eBay or Amazon, and I'll put a picture in and show you where you can get them from and what you're looking for. And yeah, makes the job not too bad at all. You can probably do it in 15-20 minutes, and your car's back on the road. I've just been down the road in this one, and all the gears just slot in like butter, nice and silky smooth. Reverse goes in lovely, and that's really good. It's got rid of the crunching I was getting in third, and some of the gears were notchy as they were jumping in. Now it's just silky smooth, so all good. So as I say, thanks for watching. Hope I've helped you out, hope I've saved you some money. I'll see you soon in another video. Bye for now.